Heath, can you tell me a little bit about your character and which face of Bob Dylan he represents?
Which face? I got you. Yeah, Robbie Clark. I played Robbie Clark, and he's an actor. I guess Robbie, in a sense, was less of a himself. Like the character was less of a part of Dylan than the actual story that he was within. Like I feel the scenario and the era in which Charlotte and I were playing and represented more of Dylan than the actual person. You know, like I wasn't required to physically portray Dylan in any way, and so that, you know, I really feel like we were just we were representing emotions as opposed to kind of becoming them. If that makes sense to you, it doesn't to me, but
more on a personal
might to you.
level, his personal life.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Did you were you influenced at all by Bob Dylan's music growing up, or I mean, I know he's before your generation, but
I knew his music, and I knew all of the obvious songs and albums, like all the essentials, but I hadn't dived in properly until this movie. It was kind of like I was somewhat kind of, I'd scheduled him for some time in the future. It was like he needed proper time in my life to kind of sit down and get obsessed. I knew I'd be obsessed by him once I get obsessed by things, and particularly artists and music even. And you know, and I knew Bob Dylan needed a chunk of time. But anyway, this film prematurely kind of sent me into that obsession, and so I, you know, started reading the books and watching the docos and buying the music, and so my appreciation and understanding, well, not even understanding, my respect for him expanded, yeah, greatly.
I mean, a lot of people are obsessed by him. Now that you're talking about obsession, what is it that, you know, why do you think that is? I mean, aside from his music and powerful words.
Well, for me, I greatly admire his, I don't know if it's courage, but his just ability to like evolve and present his growth, and instead of like hiding it and staying stable and safe and on this plateau, he's not afraid to kind of grow and express his growth, and you know, he was a chameleon. He didn't conform to kind of you know, public demand and or people's expectations. He kind of felt something, he wrote it, and he sang it, and as he matured and his feelings and understanding of life kind of changed, so did his music, and he wasn't afraid to show it, to express it. So I greatly admire that. Yeah.
Wonderful. Just a quick last question. Can you give us any insight on Batman?
He loves cheese.
No. All right.